Hey everybody, Zongetsu134 here.
Average Joe Squad here.
And welcome to a very special episode where,
with the Colonel.
yeah, so, some of you have probably, seen, commercials about how they're releasing the donut sandwich, at KFC. Because apparently they're doing this whole promotion where they're having donuts and chicken strips, but they also have a donut sandwich. So, as someone who's always wanted to try those, like, Krispy Kreme burgers that they have at, like, state fairs, but our state fair never, or county fair never has it.
He's the only one eating this. I don't like
I figured this is the next best thing. So, comes like this. I got the combo, which was $7.99. It's $5.99 for just one. I think they're having this until, like, the middle of March, or until supplies last. So yeah, let's open this bad boy up. Okay, I was afraid this was going to be small.
That's big.
This thing is huge.
And like I said, I'm not eating that. I instead got the two-piece drumstick meal with double sides of mashed potatoes and mac and cheese.
Oh, that is
my
hot
usual.
and sticky. All right.
Like me?
You have a couple of napkins I can borrow?
No, but here's a cookie. You want a cookie? Yeah, there's no napkins in here, bro.
Crap. All right.
Use your pants.
Oh, there's more. I'm gonna.
Why don't you keep napkins in the car?
Oh, I think there's some tissues in there. Real professional. All right.
You can tell we're totally going script here.
Oh, I kind of didn't plan on it being like wet donuts. This is gonna be a challenge and a half to eat. All right. Like, look at there's like all this frosting at the bottom. Oh, this is gonna be weird. All right.
How is it?
Hot.
Describe the taste.
That's
not hot.
I mostly got chicken. It's not bad so far.
It's dripping frosting off of that.
Yeah, I know. You look like I got hit with a money shot. Alright.
Right, now we're gonna get deleted because of YouTube's algorithm.
Oh, whatever. It's so sticky. They're quality donuts. At least what little bit of donut I got in that bite. Honestly, it's kind of weird. There's just donut and chicken. But,
It's like a mac and cheese sandwich.
if it weren't so hot, I probably could. Oh my God. It's so oozy. I'm not gonna have fingerprints by the end of this.
Oh, good. It's a good time to tell you I murdered Jimmy John's.
Oh. Honestly, it's not bad. The chicken kind of makes it hard to taste anything but the chicken. But
All right, Adam. Time to dump the hot sauce on this. This is actually an episode of Hot Ones.
it's not hot sauce.
Pulls it out of the holster. Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Implying I eat hot sauce on anything.
Yeah, I know. It really isn't that bad. It's just gooey and messy is more the main problem with it. But
I don't really think they anticipated people eating it in the car.
I don't think it. Yeah.
That's not a way to run a business.
The donuts are definitely high quality donuts. It's kind of sweeter than usual, but again, because it just came out, I think it's so hot it actually kind of made the batter lose a little flavor. If you need that.
I'm good.
But yeah, all in all, I don't think this is half bad. I think I kind of expected a little bit more of a
lower your expectations.
Well, you know, I mean, I know this isn't us doing a new Coke, but
No, it's more ASMR. Listen to Adam and Colton chew.
It really is. But like, I don't want to be rude about it, but yeah, it kind of leaves a sweet taste in your mouth. If that makes any sense. Like, the sugariness kind of meshes with the savory. But I feel like if I'd waited a little bit for it to cool down, it might have been. I might have gotten a bit more of the combination of the flavors than I am right now.
No time.
Yeah, no, because we're shooting this on our lunch break.
Also, we hope you like the strobe light effect. We're parked next to the KFC sign.
Yeah, we are. That's why Colton is looking red and then blue. Okay.
All the while, I'm sitting here in the corner, losing my religion.
Thank you. This tastes about as good as Dan Dido stepping down from being the editor-in-chief of Marvel, or DC.
You want to talk about that a little bit, maybe?
Yeah, we can do
Flush
that.
this episode out.
We could do that.
Because there's one thing this show loves, it's us dissing comic book writers that are shitty.
So, for those of you who... I don't know how you haven't heard about this if you're a comic book person.
Fortress Assaulted.
But Dan Didio, now former editor-in-chief of DC, is stepping down. It's not been really made clear why he stepped down.
It's because he's shit. That's why.
But, I think mainly it's implied he stepped down because basically no one at the company really wanted to do the whole 5G storyline thing that they were planning on doing. Which, basically, 5G was their attempt at actually trying to make, like, what if the DC era aged in real time?
So basically, again, this almost a little bit is a ripoff of Spider-Man Life Story, which came out recently, if you really think about it. Because it has the same exact concept.
The only difference is it's going to be, basically, all of the heroes are aged. And we're going to have a lot of them replaced with new people. There's not going to be a Wonder Woman, or a Diana as Wonder Woman, or Clark as Superman, or Bruce as Batman. It's going to be all new characters. But, I honestly, I'm not really sure why he stepped down. Do you have any theories? What you?
I think it was probably just a mixture of that. Possibly DC listening to fans thinking that he was a piece of shit.
I mean,
but for that, if that was the truth, then as Batman fans, Tom King would have been fucking gone.
Yeah, a long time ago.
So I don't really know. I think probably it was a mixture of that nobody really wanted to go along with the 5G story, and he probably got pissy about it because he's one of those editors that wants comics published that he wants to read. He doesn't give a shit what the fans want.
Yeah.
But I also feel like there was probably a lot of backdoor talk going on that we just don't know about because, no insiders have really. Wow. There we go. Now we're talking about Batman. I'm waiting for him to show up, and I'm waiting for Dido to show up in the back seat and be like, "I heard you was talking shit."
Yeah. Oh. Open your door. All right.
I wasn't gonna get flagged.
Yeah, that was
I'm
why.
not getting flagged on copyright.
We run a tight ship here.
Yeah, but anyway, I feel like there was probably a lot more backdoor dealings that went on with this whole deal that we just haven't heard about because nobody's leaked it. But until that happens, I'm just going to assume that there was probably just some creative differences that went on, and he just kind of felt like, well, if nobody's going to do what I want, then I just want out.
Which is very mature for a grown man, but
this is DC we're talking about here.
Well, to be fair, I feel like a lot of it has to be with the fact that no one knows what he wants them to do. He's the one that was like, we need to do the new 52. Although I would like to say AT&T and Warner Brothers had a lot to do with that. But I don't really get because a lot of people I know so far are worried that now that Didio's left AT&T because apparently they're woke, that they're going to do more politically charged stories and such,
which to me implies that y'all haven't read a comic book since the 40s.
Really,
they've always been political. Yeah. Anybody that says they haven't been doesn't have any kind of creative insight.
But
Captain America, for the love of shit, first issue he's punching Hitler in the face.
Yeah. But like he like another thing is like he's been like whenever we get something new, he's just sunk it.
Being a brat about it, basically.
Yeah. Like the fact that like Jeff Johns, when he was still doing what he was doing, he brought Wally West back, a character he doesn't like because he
just keep going. This light thing is gonna happen.
But basically,
strobe light effect, basically.
Basically, it's just frustrating, especially because I know so many people are like, well, he was the one that was keeping DC because he was a middle ground, and I'm like, he wasn't really though. He's the one that
was about as much a middle ground as Dan Slott is.
Yeah, he was the one who okayed.
I'm still waiting on my Dan Slott hate video because I'm gonna tag his ass on Twitter on that. Fuck Dan Slott.
Thank you. He was going to, he's the one who was like, Nightwing needs to die over and over again. He like, it's just such a like.
Oh, we're gonna make him a secret agent. He's gonna be called Grayson.
Well, unfortunately, the guy who wrote it actually made it interesting, and then they couldn't do it. But like he's done that. Like Heroes in Crisis he told Tom King to make Wally the villain of the piece, which totally meshes with his character. By the way, I don't know.
Overall, not to interrupt, but I think overall, most fans, the majority of fans that I've seen, are very, very happy with this move. Honestly, that he's gone. It's kind of like how there's a lot of people that are glad Tom King is not running Batman anymore.
Well, except that he is, because he has his own mini now with Batman and Catwoman.
Well, I'm talking about like the main series.
I mean, it's probably going to be because seeing how he's gonna write Catwoman as being pregnant, because
we're gonna have to eventually do a video on just Tom King bashing, Tom King posting.
I'd probably just be willing to do one about Tom King's Batman in general. The problem is I'd have to get like the trades of like the later.
The problem
stuff.
is I'd have to read all of it basically because I've only read snippets.
But overall, I really do hope it's a good thing. Like, I don't know, I'm not worried that like, because I know some people are like insanely believing that AT&T is gonna like
lose that, like flip out
and cancel DC Comics in general, which I'm like, I don't even think they can do that because I don't even think AT&T has any real say in that.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is people are knee-jerking reaction right now.
I think that's a lot of it. I don't know. I one of the things I think DC needs to do right now is to do what Marvel is doing and just try to please the fans in some way, shape, or form. Like.
Yeah,
because that's one of the things that like because I know you talked about that, like Marvel has like a thing now where it's like we're going to do what the fans.
Yeah, I mean from just the most recent run of Spider-Man, it really seems like that's what's going on here. That they've kind of moved away from the Slott era, which was do whatever the hell you want rather than care what the fans really want.
Yeah,
it really seems more now like Marvel kind of listens a little better.
Yeah.
Which I think has really resulted in, sales going back up. Because, again, why are people going to read something if you've made it clear that you don't care about what they want? It's just about what you want.
Yeah, that bag.
Like, to me, I'm like, that's not really any way to run a business.
No, it really is not.
Like, again, I mean, you can obviously make an argument for just, creative, like, this is where the storyline goes creatively. But at the same time, if nobody likes the story, you're gonna lose money. And at the end of the day, they're there to sell comics.
Yeah,
it's a business. At the end of the day, that's what they're going to do. And if they're not going to sell a bunch of comics because the fans don't like it, eventually they're going to be like, well, we're going to have to do what the fans want.
Yeah.
Because again, it's a business. And I feel like probably DC. Again, I almost feel like DC caught wind of that. A lot of people didn't like Dido, and so that's what probably I almost feel like maybe they forced him out.
Yeah, especially because I know like one of the things that to me it makes a lot of sense. Scott Snyder, who had been writing Batman for a long time and is now the current head writer of the Justice League comic, was like, I'm gonna be writing Dark Knight's Metal and I'm gonna be using the regular Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman for that. I'm not changing it for 5G. And I think a lot of it was that he left because of that. Which, I like Scott Snyder, and yes, I know his Justice League run has been kind of weird, but like, he at least, he wrote Court of Owls. I loved his run of Batman during the New 52. Like, I I have a lot of faith in him. Like, when a story of his fails, I think it's just it didn't live up to expectations, or he just went a weird way with it. But I don't dislike his
when you
writing.
swing for the fence,
yeah,
sometimes you miss.
But like, I like him a lot. And I'm kind of glad he had enough power to be like, I'm not doing that. I'm not, changing things for the worse. It's gonna be interesting, especially if this means we're gonna have just Jim Lee running the company. I'm not sure what he would run it like, but I do feel like they'll probably get someone else to be co-editor in chief with him about it.
Joss Whedon steps up.
That'd be weird, but I guess we could see how that goes. A lot of people think that they'll pick Bendis, which I'm like, I don't think anyone likes his Superman run. I don't see why anyone would pick him.
Yeah, I feel like if anybody, Johns has a better chance at it.
No,
but given that he stepped down, I don't know how that would really work.
Yeah, I feel like Warner Brothers would have to promise him a lot of money to come back. Especially since a lot of the problems with the DCEU were blamed on him.
Yeah, which, after the amount of good stories he's written, I felt was kind of a little bit unfair.
Well, then, as someone who watched all the Scott Snyder films, it wasn't him. It was Snyder. Or Scott, or Zack Snyder, not Scott. I love you, Scott. If you're watching this, you're cool.
Shows up in the backseat. I love you, too.
I don't know. It's one of those things, like, I'm overall happy because Dan Dido has been a problem for that company for years.
Similar to Dan Slott with Marvel. There's a problem. Problems need to get fixed.
I want to say he was one of those guys that, like, when the New 52 was coming out, and he was like, people are asking, what are we writing? He's like, we write comics for 45-year-olds. And I'm like, that's not how you sustain this company, though. Like, most of those 45-year-olds are tired of the way you've been doing things. I was tired of the way he was doing things. Especially after Heroes in Crisis was so bad. After the fact that they let Tom King write for 75 issues of Batman. And most of the fans were like, this is awful. It's just, I don't know. I'll admit, I didn't like the guy, but I feel bad that he got basically kicked out.
Oh yeah, you obviously don't ever really want to see somebody lose their job,
but
unless you're like me and Dan Slott, but that's a special case.
But
again, going back to my point, was it's a business.
Yeah.
When somebody does something for your company and it makes your fans basically it's an unpopular decision with your fans.
Yeah.
You don't really get to have a choice. You're getting kicked.
I don't know.
They give you enough rope, and if you hang yourself, oh well, that's on you.
I also wish people would stop saying that this is gonna be that Disney's gonna buy out DC. I'm like, I really doubt it. Like the fact that Teen Titans Go is most of Cartoon Network's advertisement block. The fact that they still make TV shows for the CW for
the merchandise.
Yeah,
holy God, the merchandise.
Yeah, like DC makes a lot of money off the merchandise, for one. And two, so does Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers gets a pretty solid cut of that.
It's, again, I think a lot of people are overreacting with this, with those kind of things. Mm-hmm. It's not the first time we've had a personnel change at DC. It won't be the last.
And it reminds me a lot of when Marvel got bought out by Disney, and people were like, it's gonna be awful. Oh. Which I'm like, I don't really think so.
Yeah, that's all in all, I really think I've gotten my thoughts down with it. I think it'll be a good change, but change takes time.
I'm also sorry you all had to see me covered in frosting. That was a sticky sandwich. I might have to go in and get some wet naps before we go. But anyway, guys, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I'm
Average Joe Squad.
I'm a Stickies on Getsu 134.
And as always, we ask you, remember the hyphen. Take care.
I'm so sticky.